Bougie Brie, and this is palette week. I don't know what day this is in palette week, but what I'm going to show you are my fall and winter and spring and summer palettes. Palettes that when I look at them, I think, oh, this is a fall palette or this is a summer palette. I have a lot of them, so I just picked, 20 or so from each category, and we're just gonna go over them, okay? Hang out with me. Let's have fun. Okay, as you just saw, there's this big bucket right here. I'm just gonna pull from them and talk to you about why I think that they are a summer or fall or winter palette. The first one is the Radioactive palette from Melt Cosmetics. This did not get very good reviews. I actually used it recently, and I really, really enjoyed it. Now, as far as like the fact that it doesn't have a lot of shimmers, that was annoying. But I liked it. A lot of people didn't like it. I remember Smoky Glow saying that she didn't like it, it was trash, but I really like it, and it's definitely, these are definitely summer colors, so really glad to have them in my collection. On the opposite end of that spectrum, this is the Melt Cosmetics Smoke Sessions palette. Okay. I got this, I think it was the second or third release, and mine is definitely dirty, but it doesn't puff up like the other ones do. This screams fall to me. I mean, these are fall colors. It only has these two mattes right here, but I think this is just definitely a fall palette, for me at least. This is the only one where I keep the plastic thing because I'm just afraid it will puff up. Then, also along that same vein is the Gemini palette. I like the Smoke Sessions, the idea of it, but as far as practicality, this is a better palette for me. Of course, it only has the two shimmers, the one here and one here, but they're gorgeous. The colors are beautiful. So that is definitely a fall palette. We're going to jump over into the Carnival palette from Be Perfect Cosmetics and Stacey Marie. I have not used this yet because I got it, when did I get this? Black Friday, and I haven't had a chance to use it because it is a summer palette. Look at all those beautiful colors. The blues, the purples, the pinks, the teals, the greens, the golds. It's beautiful. And then the two highlighters are very pretty as well. And then I also have the Carnival XL Pro palette with Stacey Marie. This has even more of a selection of what I just mentioned. Look at that. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Like, you got two rows of neutrals right here. Then you have your blues and greens, your pinks and purples, and then your orange and reds. Very well done. This palette makes me think of springtime. This is the Venus XL from Lime Crime. This is probably one of my favorite palettes. I have used it quite a bit considering I have 900 palettes. It's just beautiful. It's just so pretty. All of them are so beautiful. I just love these shades. Let me see, I'm trying to. That was bad, it was swatch lines. But this is totally spring for me. I love this. Along that same vein is the Norvina palette. Definitely a spring palette. I know you're not supposed to blow on your palettes, but it's my palette and it's my spit, so I don't care. This one I just wrecked. This is dazzling. Look, it's so beautiful. And then here is Celestial. Just beautiful colors. Super, super sexy palette. Now the next two are from OMFG Cosmetics, and one is a very, very much springtime palette. Well, they both are. This is kind of more spring because it's pastel-y. You know, it's those beautiful pastel colors. And this one is called Pretty in Pastel. These are really, really beautiful colors. Grab this green right here. It's very light. Grab this one right here. It's very light, but it's kind of ethereal. It's very pretty. And then the next one is the Hot Tropic. Now this reminds me more of summer, like on a cruise ship type shit. Like, that's what it reminds me of. It's so beautiful. Just a beautiful palette. Okay, let's go back to summer and fall. Fall and winter. This is my own personal Subculture palette that I made myself. It's supposed to have a subculture vibe. And it's made up of Sydney Grace, Strobe Cosmetics, when Strobe did singles. God damn, I can't remember who else. This is bothering me. I wonder who you are. I don't know who this is. I don't know who you are. Oh, this is Tea Garden. This is a gorgeous shade. This is a gorgeous shade from ColourPop. This shade right here, that's from ColourPop. It's really pretty. It's called Tea Garden. It's this one right here. This one right here. I need to wipe off my hands. I mean, they're just so beautiful. And then that yellow that anchors the whole palette. Really, really glad to have those. Let me see if I can wipe off my hand. Give me a second. Okay. Okay. Then I have my actual subculture, which I've had for some time. I got it the day it launched. And you can see, like, I've got a dip going here and then 2 dips in those shades. This shade I don't really rock with too much. I mean, it's very light with me, and I think it has some hard pan. But, I mean, you can make it work. Yeah, I guess so. My hands look glittery. And then this electric shade is just the shit. I mean, look at that. That's really beautiful. So this is definitely an autumn palette. And then this next palette, when I think of this palette or I see this palette, I think Christmas automatically. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. There's so much you can do with this palette, especially for Christmas. This shade right here. What? Shut the hell up. And then this pink version. That's a little weak. I wonder why. Is it because I have the way I swatched it? No, it's just the way it is. Okay, let's grab this gold, because I know golds are easy to formulate. Yeah, there it is. Look at that gold. That is, damn, that's sick. And this green is really pretty, too. Like, and of course it has that beautiful chocolate smell. Beautiful shades. It reminds me of Christmas automatically. This is Pretty Poison from Bad Habit. This reminds me of fall. This reminds me of that transition from summer into fall, because it still has those light, pretty colors like this one, which is Venomous. This is Venomous. So beautiful. And then Femme Fatale. That's Femme Fatale. And then it has Jealousy, which is at the top right there. It's just a beautiful palette. I really like this palette. I'm really glad that I was able to get my hands on it. I think it's the only palette that Bad Habit actually made themselves. This palette from Colored Rain, the Safari palette, definitely is a fall palette. This shade right here screams fall to me. Look, oh, that is beautiful. Damn. And I still have some stuff on my hands. Let me get this off my hands. Okay. Now, when I pulled this into a shot like that, I played with it every single fucking day. This shade is really crumbly, but so gorgeous. What? Get out of my face. Beautiful. Okay, then we have these two guys. The gingerbread spice and the gingerbread extra spice. Let's do the gingerbread spice first. When I got this, I used it a lot. You can see here and here, I really got busy on those shades, and I will show you. This is spiced rum, and this is, no, that was spice of life, and this is warm and toasty. Okay, that's those two. This is probably the best Too Faced palette I have. It's really gorgeous. And this is the extra spicy, which I actually have not used. Can you believe that? I'm gonna swatch Lick the Spoon. That's beautiful. And I'm gonna swatch Drizzle It. That's the first two right there. Beautiful. Okay. is pretty going. Another fall palette is, of course, the Ace Beauté Paradise Fallen. I had this palette and I declared and sold it. Can you believe that shit? I'm an idiot. And so I got it back during Black Friday. And, oh my god. It's just a gorgeous palette. It is a little crumbly. Can you... What? What? Get out of my face. It's a beautiful palette. But look at these really cool tone purples, and it's just that gray. That's all about that fall, y'all. This is the Center Stage from Pinky Rose. This is definitely a fall palette. These all scream apple pie to me. They're really beautiful. This one that says cocoa, it's not even like a cocoa shade. It's more like a green brown. You see it? It's beautiful. Okay, let's keep going. Then there's the Malibu by Peachy Queen. This is definitely a summer palette. I have not used it yet. It's got that those two pastels in the middle. Then I have the Jawbreaker by Mr. Star. These are definitely summer colors. Even this deep purple is summer color. It's just beautiful. Now, this is my brand right here. They don't get hardly any love on YouTube and on Instagram. I love Luxe Beauty. I love them. I love them. I love them. I have so much of their stuff. This is gorgeous, like a spring palette. That yellow right there. I'm going to give you a swatch so you know what life is about. Because this shit right here is outrageous. Like, what in the hell is wrong with people that they don't rock with Love Legs? It's so... Okay. It looks wet. So beautiful. Then this one is the Jeffree Star and Morphe palette. Definitely a summer palette. This one right here is really pretty. Let's get a swatch of that. That's one. It has those pinks. Really pretty. The Violet Voss, what is this? The Flamingo palette. I use the hell out of this. Definitely a summer palette. Really, 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 really like this palette. Like that tidal wave. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, my foot is falling. My feet are falling asleep because I'm sitting on my back of my legs. Then I have the Slush palette from September Rose. Definitely a summer palette, very monochromatic by Column. Pretty, but I prefer the OPV Rainbow Splash palette. This is the one I prefer. Definitely a summer palette. Okay, we're more than halfway through. This is the Pinky Rose Obsessed. Beautiful summer palette. And then even some of these palettes you can use as, you know, for a work look if you kind of have that creativity. This is the Bright Lights in Pinky Rose. Definitely a summer palette. This is the 80s Baby from Pinky Rose. Now, this could be a fall, like this half to me, this half is a fall and this half is a summer. What do you guys think about that? Are y'all feeling that? That's kind of how I feel about it. And then this is the Exotic Peacock. I believe that this actually is a fall palette, even though it's bright. Okay. Then I have the, what the hell is this called? Candylicious by Bombshell Cosmetica. This is just a perfect summer slash work slash whatever you want to make it palette. It's beautiful. Then the EYN Bright palette, the big one. Definitely a summer palette. And then the Going Out, definitely a summer palette. And then the Morphe, what is this? 25L is what it's called, Live in Color. This is definitely a summer palette. The only thing is, for me, I wish they had incorporated a blue matte. It would have been better. Oh! Okay, for y'all, those of y'all who don't know, you just fell over. Okay, this is the Pumpkin Spice palette by Peachy Queen. This is definitely a fall palette. Just unreal. It's so beautiful. I don't like this shade down here in the bottom, but it's beautiful. Another Too Faced palette making an appearance is the Pumpkin Spice palette. Very much a fall palette. Very much a fall palette. Beautiful. I think we have 3 left to go. This is the Fall Fusion from Blush Tribes. Now, this is an example of a beautiful fall palette that has color, but that is still like fall. Such a beautiful palette. Okay, and the last 2. This is the Oh My God, Oh My Fucking God Kush palette. This is definitely a grungy fall palette. Okay, and the last one is Up in Smoke by Peachy Queen. And this is definitely a fall palette. Okay, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. I hope everybody is staying safe during this crisis that the government has invented in order to incite fear in us. And if you think I'm joking, I'm not. Anyway, do stay inside. Only go out if necessary. Keep your children inside, please, please, please. I work with children every day, and I am concerned for children getting sick. You know, I just, that really, I don't like that. I don't like when anybody gets sick, but children, it's just a different type of situation because they are not able to communicate as thoroughly as adults are to tell you what exactly is hurting and what is wrong, especially children with different needs, different abilities. So, anyway, I hope you guys, I hope by the time that this airs, this whole pandemic is over with and we can all get back to living semi-normal lives with a reminder to wash our fucking hands. Thank you for hanging out with me, guys. As always, if things are going sideways in your life, just remember, it gets real, it gets different, it gets real fucking different. It really does. Hang on for the ride, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.